Hi, it's Noel Miller again talking to you about self-care and its application. Now, this is a fun part. When we're thinking about self-care, kind of like peekaboo self-care, it's always kind of hiding behind something. Generally, our first actions are more the beginning of starting the kind of exploration of self-care. So we come to the conclusion that this action is feels good, helps you relax, grounds you, allows you to be more focused, allows you to be more calm, and therefore we stop there at the action. And if we do this, we're really going to be stuck. There's still another level to explore, and that is kind of why is it that? Why has our thinking and our body reaction to this action become calming or relaxing? And this is more where you're going to see the roots of self-care. So if you decide to go for a jog, and that jogging is then uh, relaxing, kind of helps you clear your head, allows you to become more focused or more in the moment when you finish the jog, then we realize that subconsciously the body or the right side of the brain is really thinking of this action more as the atmosphere it's created than the action itself. So let's get rid of the action of jogging and say the atmosphere that was created in doing this action had to do with relaxation. Why was this relaxing? Would be the personal question we'd have to ask for each individual. And each individual might have a different answer. One might be, well, it kind of just gets me away from my house, and my house is stressful. Or it allows me to think of my childhood memory with me and my father, which is more a symbolism of bonding. So we look more into the bonding aspect. We might say, well, there's just too much going on, and getting out some physical energy allows me to be more focused. And we say, well, what about this physical expression of energy allows you to be more focused? And you see, there's a lot more kind of thinking that happens before we pick an action or an environment, kind of symbolized by an action that is more restorative. We try to then bring these atmospheres into one environment, which we'll call lifestyle. And as we put these kind of pieces and these symbols together to make up a lifestyle that is truly supportive to yourself and not just action oriented, because the problem that you run into when you kind of just take self-care at its surface level is that you'll get 1,000 different actions that are equally somehow restorative, and you can't possibly keep up doing all of them, and it will become draining at some point because you're going to have to keep doing more and more of them to get the same satisfaction as you kind of get more used to it. Your body gets more used to having that thing. That's why it's really just a way to lead you back to the core thing that those actions represent. And in this way, we have a lot more powerful um, solution to a smaller amount of energy being expended, essentially. When we can find the core thing, then less energy needs to be kind of delved out to have the same restorative feeling. Now, this is why I call it peekaboo self-care. It really hides behind the first reaction or kind of action that we go to do. And it is very important that we kind of continue along the process to make sure we end up at the most appropriate outcome. Generally, these outcomes have to do with the body trying to express, either physically, mentally, or emotionally, what its needs are and how we are going to about bringing them to the body. So that's something really to keep in mind as you pursue self care. Thank you again for your time.